Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Millennia. So the first thing we're going to be doing in today's episode, we're going to spawn another one of these special forces here. Increase the strength of this army because they did get those 2 shock troopers. And we spawned those in all of our regions last turn. I did move all those units, by the way. So this will be the last thing we do in this turn. We're going to go ahead and attack this city here and hopefully we can win. So we'll actually make use of this army that we have over here. Won't watch this battle though. It should be a victory or very close to one. It looks like they just have a little bit more health, 3 health for that stone tower. That is it. That's unfortunate because they'll probably get bombarded by this tower now. So they'll take a bit more damage and they were just so close to being defeated. One thing I did want to show you guys is that there is a new faction that's been created, the Fundamentalists. Let's take a look and see which country is in that faction. That means they are creating their own ideology. And so just taking a look here, we can see that, you'd expect that France, the UK, and the Aztecs are still going to be behind. The Aztecs are much destroyed, and these two continue to fall behind everybody else. It's the Egyptians that are in the age of generals, and they have gone with the fundamentalists. So I think that's probably the weakest of the government types. Well, that's the one they went with. It does allow them to keep their religion and the bonuses from the religion. It's the only one of the late governments that allows you to remain religious. Oh, we got an Egyptian army here. Okay, so now we're with a difficult choice. Should we finish attacking the city, get the job done, and take it over? Well, then let our outposts be attacked and potentially destroyed. Or should we instead let our army heal and then go after that army? I feel like we can always come back and do this, guys. We do not want to lose this outpost because it's not exactly easy for us to spawn more of the pioneers at the moment. And so I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose access to the oil and the spices. So we're going to protect the outpost, let them heal up, and then we'll attack that army to get rid of them. Let's let them chill out there for now. And so now we're going to need to move a lot of units here, as we're going to be shuttling troops across the ocean against our enemies. Now I did combine a lot of those troops, and so there won't be as many armies to move as there would have been. It's like these guys here. They'll go into the sea next turn. This army will have to split up. So one of them going over here to join up with that army, and this one going over here to join up with this army. So as I said in the last episode, we're going to have a bunch of armies that are just composed of the shock troopers. So, not the most well-balanced or rounded armies, but they'll get the job done, guys. Alright, so we did get this unit over to here, so we could integrate them, but I think we said we were going to go over to that city. Just trying to make our way over there, hoping that the merchant doesn't get destroyed. So now we have some throwaway armies that we could attack the city with here. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to send this army in first and have them attack the city. Just kind of weaken it, and again, these aren't exactly the best. The rest troops here, they don't have any experience. And so this is a good way for them to get some experience. Now, one of those units is just a settler. But yeah, I don't think that these guys will be able to win. In fact, several might die. Well, they'll weaken the city, at least to some degree. Yeah, it looks like 2 of them died, the rest of them retreated here. They took out the keep. That's pretty much it. They did a little bit of damage to the units here, but you can see that they're just not going to be very effective, particularly in a situation like this, where they're facing not just the city defenders, but also an army that is in the city. So we did complete the research here. So this got us the early tanks, and so that's what we can upgrade there. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. Let's first get our next tech. So we know that ideology is an issue for many of our larger cities, so I think we should go ahead and get the home front, since this grants a bunch of buildings that will allow us to get some ideology. So we'll get that. That'll take us 3 turns, so not too long. So the unit that we can upgrade to the tanks is the Knight. rather than this unit here, which remember, this is one of those unique units, and in this current version of the game, the unique units cannot upgrade to anything. So it's a dead end. But we can upgrade the knights, which are very far behind in technology right now, just to show you what we're going to be getting here. So it's 27 attack and 21 defense. And then you can also see down there that they're getting a 2x attack towards range. So when we take a look at these new tanks, still get the 2x attack towards range, but the attack and defense have gone up to 43 and 35. So a pretty significant bonus there. And this army is now more powerful. Do we have a lot of warfare experience? We do. Okay, so we should be able to upgrade any knights that we have, though I don't think we have a lot of them. These guys here are actually going to attack this explorer. Try and get rid of them, although it looks like we failed in that attempt. Okay, maybe we'll do another attack here then. There we go. Just to get them wiped out. We could also take out the merchant, I suppose. I'll have to do that next turn, though. So can all these armies attack? They can. So we probably want to attack with the strongest one, though both of these are healing up. Well, this one is not. They'll probably be able to get... Well, maybe not. I was going to say they might be able to get the job done. We'll have to see. Let's go over here so we leave that location open, because we might need to do another attack to get this done. So let's just go and fast forward through this here. And they're going to focus all their attacks on the armored vehicle, which is now outdated. So if it gets destroyed, which it did, that's not that big of a deal. But yeah, we weren't able to get the job done, unfortunately. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack with whichever one of these two armies is looking the strongest. I think it's clearly this one, not just based on the numbers, but the fact that they're not as damaged. So let's move over here. And this should allow us to take the city. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. That was all their movement points. Why did it say I could attack then? That's strange, right? Didn't it say I could attack them? Yeah, that's weird. They're saying I can attack them despite the fact that you can't. They're computing that we can go through this army here. Alright, well, whatever. We'll just leave them there for now, and I guess we can move this army in. Well, we want them to heal, so we'll let them stay there for now. Alright, so we now have 3 armies over here. We have this one, which I'm going to move the 2 explorers out, because, you know, obviously they're not great. Let's see where we want to put them. Probably put them over here to defend that city, because we have these 2 shock troopers that can join this army. So you have this army, our more powerful one here, 687 or 697, excuse me, and then we've got just 4 shock troopers. So we're gonna go ahead and take over the city now. It's a 100% chance of winning, since they don't have any defenders here. And so this should be a pretty easy battle here. Yeah, we barely even took any damage. We're now at 171% towards victory, guys, so this might be the end of the series. I'm not entirely sure. I do want to let these special forces heal. So let's just go here for now, so we stay in our own territory. We need to get one more unit for this army before we can send them. These guys will have the assistance of these 2. But you still need 2 more units if you want a full-size army before you send them over there, which I don't know why we wouldn't want to do that. Particularly considering the fact that we can just rush out this space center at 624. So let's go ahead and do that. There are other things that we could construct, but I think we're going to do a unit. And that unit will probably be the early tank. Yeah, that makes most sense. So we're going to get that constructing. That'll be for this army here, and then they can start making their way over to enemy territory, which I suppose the best way to go would be this way. So we'll go ahead and send this guy here, and this guy can move over here. Next turn, I suppose. Now, Rome is up to 46 population. Looks like these fishing fleets here are the only thing we haven't destroyed, or we did destroy it and they repaired it. So just keep on ravaging their stuff. There is this French fleet that we can attack. So these are just those deep water transports. Forced them to retreat, but not able to destroy them. I do have units in all these islands that I think we're just going to leave here for now. I don't know. Perhaps we should have these guys join this army here. Looks like they'll have space for 2. Got this army here. You only need 1 into that one, and so they can go ahead and go out to sea now. So you have one additional army. So I guess we'll have them start making their way over there. We'll go this way and then have this army kind of join up with them or something. And then this army is going to come over here and then go out to sea, because they are already a full-size army of shock troopers. Alright, so our planes, I don't know if they have anybody to attack. Yeah, we can't reach here. Might be able to reach from that city, but probably not. This city's definitely too far. Could attack over this way. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It feels like this would not be close enough, but there's not much else to attack at the moment. I suppose you could attack that city, but I was going to go after this one here. What about these guys? Can they attack anything? No. Just that unit. The Pioneer, which I don't think that destroys them. We saw that last episode. So yeah, there's really not anywhere for these guys to attack at the moment. So you can move them over here. And then move them over here, since we don't have anything to attack. And I think we're waiting for another bomber to be constructed here. Yeah, so we're going to just let them skip their turn for now. These guys, I'm not sure what to do with them. There's not really any other islands to attack. I suppose there's this one. Okay, so yeah, what we'll do is we'll just let them heal up for now until they're fully healed, and then we'll send them over here. Could also have this army do that though. Yeah, we got this additional army here. Got more troops coming over to them. And I suppose this army, I always bring them down this way, but I guess we can bring them over here to join up with that one. So let's go ahead and have them go off to sea, and then they'll come over here and join up with that one. But yeah, a lot of consolidation that we need to do right now. So this army, they would be able to take York. I think it's worth the risk. So we'll go up along the road. This also lets us destroy their merchant here. Oh, that took our turn up though, unfortunately. Damn, I should have went to here and then attacked that way. Alright, well, too late now. So probably bombard us, we'll have to take off. So that didn't go the way I wanted it to. This army, or this fleet, excuse me, will continue to raid their ships. And yeah, maybe we'll just defend these islands. I feel like we have enough troops heading over there. And these islands are the most exposed. Like if they were going to attack anywhere, that's where they would attack us. I guess we'll go destroy this Pioneer just so they can't set up an outpost here. So these guys are going out to sea. They're going to join up with this fleet here. So that'll be 4 units. And then we have another army somewhere. I think they went south. I think all these armies went south here. And then these guys are going to stay here to be kind of like our reactionary force, just to deal with any problems we might end up having. They're kind of right in the middle of our empire. Here's the other army. So they're going to join up with them. That'll be 6 units. So not quite full size. And then we have this army here, which is just an extra. We're going to leave them, just leave them in this area for now. So Constantinople has finished the construction of the grocery store. I suppose we'll get the military base for the warfare experience. And then also if we build any units there, then they'd have more experience. So now that we've gotten the space center, we can interact with the space exploration system. So from the Earth to the moon, we have 4 different projects that we can do. Orbital rocketry, so just getting something up into orbit around the planets. Exploratory probes, humans in space, and then humans on the moon. So this here shows you the actual space race. So the other countries, as they get their space center set up, would be over here, starting where we're at, and then you can see the flags of each country as they complete a given step. So you can always see where you stand against the other countries. We're so far ahead though. I mean, we do have Egypt in the Age of Generals, and so they could be focusing on this. Man, we can probably get it completed before anybody else even starts, or at least before they get very close to the end stage. But for each one of these steps, you have to launch the mission here, and you have a chance of success that you will increase based on how much you want to invest in it. So in this case, we can invest some of our specialist points to get a plus 20% for founding a space exploration agency. So we're going to go ahead and do that because it's not really much. A lot of times these feel kind of unbalanced. Again, it's really easy to do this. This is why I said that national spirit that focuses on the space race, I don't know, I feel like it's not as good because of how easy it is to get this done. But already we're at a 70% chance of success, and now we can invest some military experience to get another 10%. So you see this kind of does function like the expeditions, where you spend resources and increase your success chance, or you can decrease the success chance to get some type of benefit. So in this case, it's 50 exploration XP, and we'll lose 10% of our success. This is the option that becomes available if you have the final frontier. And so it's not available to us, but we'd be able to spend 200 gold to get another 10%. But we're gonna go ahead and launch it. If you fail, you just lose everything you invest. This is gonna be 300 wealth, and then the two things that we already invested here to get the 80% chance. So let's go and launch. Get a little animation here, which you don't get many of these in the game. But our successful launch has proven the theory of orbital mechanics. We have the technology to reach this new frontier. So we were successful, expected with the 80%. And this gives you a nice little burst of culture with each stage. And so the next stage is the exploratory probes, which you cannot do it all in one turn. So that means it does take 4 turns in order to fully complete it. And you'll notice that our faction icon is listed here and that we're the first ones to achieve it. And so if we look at the factions, I believe this will get you more ideology. I'm not entirely sure though, if it helps you at all in that respect, but it does mark it as who's the first faction to complete it. So yeah, we'll be able to do the next stage in the next turn. Still can't spawn an artist yet, just short of that. We can claim territory though, so that is an option. And I think we were focusing on claiming territory for our islands. So you could do Sicily here to get them another one. They already have a town here and no other neighboring islands that we'll be able to get to. I mean, you might be able to get to this one up here. More likely that you'll get it from over here though. But here we do need to purchase a tile somewhere. Maybe this location. I think it's going to be quicker going that way. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Claim that territory there. Just make use of our exploration XP. We have military XP as well. I didn't see any armies that we might want to attack with that. I suppose you could bombard this unit here. Well, they're not in our territory yet, so we can't bombard them. We'll have to wait. Is there anything we want to rush out? We do have a little bit of money here. That one's 1470. I think we'd already looked at that. What about Naples here? That's 800. Yeah, we'll just go and wait. I might rush out that tank in Rome next turn. We'll see how much it costs. It might be better to just save the money. And we're going to need to start constructing more units as well so they can fill out this unit here. I could have swore we had more knights so that we can upgrade them to tanks, but maybe not. I didn't build that many knights. I just thought we had a couple of them. That army there keeps trying to get away. You can see it's struggling to load up here as well. Alright, so these guys are going to join up with this fleet here. And then we're going to send these two to get a total of 6 units here. And I did see that there's still something we can upgrade. I think it's a farm there in Naples. And they have finished up their construction as well. Alright, so let's go and send these guys over to here so they can join up with them. So that's 4 units there. And the quickest way is probably to go around this way here and go after Britain. Remember, we're going to attack all 3 of our enemies simultaneously with everything that we got. I suppose these guys should go to Britain as well. Who are we running by here? Barbarians? Okay. Just make sure they're not our enemies going after us. Did they not bombard us here? Oh, they did. They bombarded this army. Which makes sense. They are the biggest threat, I think. So who should we attack with? Because they have a lot of damage. These guys clearly should just heal up. Because it'd just be sacrificing them for no reason. We were probably going to have to attack with both armies, actually. And I don't think... Yeah, they can't get over here in time. So let's attack with this army first. We'll see if they can win. Probably not, though. The walls are back, but they should be destroyed pretty quickly. Yeah, we lost that submachine gun. We did kill a lot of units, but it wasn't quite enough. Okay. Again, this last city of theirs has been difficult. I guess it's the end of them, so it makes sense that they're going to put up a fight. And with that, we have taken their final city, and the Aztecs have been eliminated. Alright, excellent. And they do have a barbarian army right here, an artist that was ejected. This is something that is going to be changed in the patch so that artists and merchants and stuff will automatically be destroyed once you destroy an empire, which makes sense. Alright, so I don't think they bombarded us here. They must not have the capacity to. They have the stone towers. Maybe they did and it just did so little damage. I don't know, because some of these guys weren't damaged at all. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what happened there. But yeah, we were able to take their city. Alright, excellent. So York is under our control. We are 174% towards victory, by the way. So I don't think there's anything else to raid over here. So let's move this way. Continue going after their fishing fleets. And hopefully we can get these guys destroyed. We'll see. Nope, they retreated again. Well, if we can catch them one more time, that'll be their end. Oh, I don't think there's anything else left to raid here. When we take that back, there's one more location. So go after that. Again, more about hurting their economy here than it is about actually getting the 20 wealth, which isn't really all that valuable. So it seems that Egyptian army has fled. Okay, well that means they saved their city for one turn. So that was the only result of that. So then coming around there, but we have conquered that location. Alright, excellent. So just another beachhead here. We already had a beachhead technically, but you know, we got another city of the Egyptians. Alright, so these guys are going to join up to get a full-size army here. And where do we want to go? Because this is China, so if we want to go over here, we start making our way up this way. And just ignore all these barbarian fleets. So this unit is waiting for the rest of the army. So let's go and add them there. And this is a full-size army. Gonna start making their way over towards Egypt. So that'll give us 2 armies in this area. So it won't take us that long to get over there, guys. And it looks like we were able to integrate this merchant. Excellent. You can see with all those new units, we're just not earning anywhere near as much as we used to. And then this army here, where do we want to send them next? Because we have an army to go north. I don't know if we should wait for that guy to heal all the way. Can we bombard them? We cannot, so they will not get any assistance from our Air Force. So you can see how the Air Force is a bit limited without the air bases up on your borders. We're going to let this army heal for one turn before we attack this city in the north. So I did have somebody ask me last episode why I'm not using the airlift to move our units from our home continent over to this continent. And that's because the airlift doesn't work the way some people might expect it to. It says here that it moves unit to the nearest friendly settlement. So it's a way to get an army out of a difficult situation. So like maybe you're in enemy territory and need to have them retreat out quickly. But it's not something that you can utilize to like move them long distances. And so we couldn't airlift them from, say, Rome over to here. It's just not possible. So this army, I'm not sure what to do with them, because they're too weak to really do much on their own. So they can support this army, I suppose, if you want to just like throw them away on silly attacks. Trying to figure out where we want to attack next. I suppose this one makes the most sense. Though that does put us on the borders with the French. Could go this way. I suppose you could have these guys defend against this border here. Yeah, defend this city. And then have these guys march over here. I don't know if they can get the job done on their own, though. Yeah, they might need assistance. Let's go and scout out this territory, see what's going on over here. There is one unit defending here. I don't really want to destroy the town, though. Can we win here? We could. So let's start moving over there. They could go and attack the town, though. Since we don't have anything else to do with this unit. So yeah, they'll bomb one of these guys here. And force them to retreat. And then these guys, I suppose, should move to this city. To defend it with the assistance of them. They could come to this one first, but I doubt it. I assume they'd go after this one. So just kind of like a defensive army here. Make sure they can't take this city while our armies are, off on the offensive. Alright, so these guys were just waiting for the tank here at Rome, which has one more turn. Let's go and rush it out. I was thinking that they were done, but they're not done yet. So we'll rush them. And we'll get them moving to the coastline. So this army needs units next. And I guess that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on another unit here. Let me see what they currently have. Okay, so a lot of shock troopers currently. So we definitely want to get them an early tank. So we'll work on that. Ravenna has finished up their construction of the bomber. So we'll want to move them to the front, or to a front. Where we have our planes up there against the Egyptians is probably not the best place because they can't really assist much. So we might want to move those. But yeah, let's want to get, I think, a building started over here. Could do the Space Center for more exploration XP, but I don't really see any reason why you'd want to do this again. It gives you a 0.05 bonus chance of success in the space race. It's another 5%, but again, it's so easy. I don't think it's necessary to do that. So let's just go after the sewers. Even though they don't need the sanitation, it would allow us to get rid of one of these here. The trash heaps, which Ravenna is running low on space. Or at least flat ground to construct on. Naples has finished up their military base. Alright, excellent. Do we have any new ships? I could have swore we got... Yeah, we got battleships. Let's go ahead and construct a battleship. That'll be our first battleship. Alright, and then these guys are taking the sea. Could have them stop here and destroy those units. That might be a more difficult fight for our explorers. We're going to let this unit heal up. They're pretty useless as they are now with all that damage. And then I guess we'll have these guys attack there, and then we'll have them join. And I think we have other armies coming over here. Some other units somewhere. Sure, we'll find them. This is 3. We only need 2 over there. Okay, so with the additional army, I'm not sure what we'll do with them. The additional unit, I mean. We might need them down in the south there. Alright, so Ravenna, let's have these bombers that they just constructed. I'm thinking move over to here. You can also move them to London where they can assist there. Yeah, let's have them move over here. And then these guys can't do anything either. So let's move them as well, and they'll go to York. Which we just seized from the British. So this is your additional army here. Okay, you know what? We'll have them join the march this way. Even though it would probably be more effective to have them start taking off that way. This is a little bit closer. Damn, I forgot, again, to spend our improvements. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. We just achieved victory. I was going to say that we needed to build those rare earth mines, but clearly we are closer to victory than I was expecting. Yeah, I saw that 170-something%. I thought we were going to have several more turns left. But that was not the case. We've already achieved victory. I guess destroying the Aztecs was enough. They did have a big army there. And then we also took a couple cities from Egypt. And so yeah, that was enough. Our faction was able to conquer the entire globe. Our ideology has emerged victorious. With complete control of the future of Earth in our grasp, no enemies remain to oppose the might of Rome. Alright, so you can go to the main menu, or you can view the map. You cannot continue playing in this game. And hopefully this works and doesn't crash the game. But it will not let you, there's no continue button. From my understanding, that's something they might work on in the future. And let you continue playing even after you achieve victory. But as of right now, that is not in the game. In fact, you might not even be able to view the map because it seems like it's struggling to go back to the game here. So I had to give it about a minute or so, and it was able to let us come back to the map. As you can see here, there's nothing you can do. You cannot click on your cities, not the ones you directly own, or the vassal cities or units. You can't click on anything or do anything. All you can really do is just look at the situation on the map at your point of victory. So yeah, I guess we had done enough. And a big part of that was building all those shock troopers. That was almost a, win button, because it increased our strength by so much. But no matter what, we were going to win this, even without those extra shock trooper armies. In fact, we barely even used them yet. Many of them were, making their way to the battle. We did this with our other armies, so we didn't really need them. Just would have sped it up. I guess we had these guys here. We had a few of the shock troopers here. Yeah, we didn't need them. We would have got the job done regardless. It just would have taken us several more turns, quite a few more turns, because that did affect the power balance. But I mean, the end was inevitable, guys. We were definitely going to win this war. Once we finished up with the Aztecs and we started sending those armies over here, it was just a matter of time. And I would have continued spawning units, using our military experience and building units in Rome and Ravenna. We had control the skies, control the seas. So, I mean, it was just a matter of time, even without the extra shock troopers, which, again, was very helpful for us getting it done at the rate that we did it, at the speed, but wasn't necessary. Yeah, it was a fun playthrough, guys. I enjoyed it. Even if we did maintain a tech lead over everybody else for pretty much the entire game. In the beginning, I think the AI was on par or even ahead of us. I don't recall which age we moved ahead of the AI and then never looked back, but it was fairly early on. And we did focus on knowledge, technology, so that was one reason for that. But I think our first victory in the war against Japan secured our victory in the entire campaign. And so everything after that was just kind of, wrapping it up in a way. But yeah, fun, but it does have that issue like many 4X games, where you kind of snowball, and you just get more and more powerful. But yeah, I definitely enjoy the game. It could use some improvements, and some of those have already happened on patches that we didn't have access to in this playthrough. I'm excited because I can now check out those patches, because I wanted to finish up this campaign before I did that. I think the patch hasn't been fully released yet. I think it's like a beta patch, but it should be released soon. And that has some highly requested features, like being able to destroy cities and stuff. But a lot of other things. I brought it up, I think last episode, the one before that, talked about all the adjustments it made. Some really good stuff. And so I'm glad to see that they're continuing to support the game after its launch. There will be 2 DLCs that release this year, and perhaps we'll come back to the game for a second campaign when those DLCs release. I don't know if we'll do it with the first one, which adds a nomad start. Seems pretty cool. Or the second one, which focuses on nuclear technology, because there are no nukes in the game right now. So I imagine it'll add nuclear energy and nuclear weapons. And then what's interesting with the ages system, they said there's going to be 2 new ages, and one of them is what would happen if you had like a nuclear apocalypse. So you had nuclear war that devastates the Earth, and then civilization has to, emerge from that or survive from it or whatever. And so that's one of the ages. I don't know what the second age is, though. Well, either way, it sounds really interesting. I would guess that it's a variant age. Maybe like a Fallout style of world. And I mean like Fallout prior to the nukes dropping, where you have that very different culture. and everything's focused on atomic technology. I don't know. They could do some interesting things with it. So we'll have to see. And maybe at that point, we'll come back to the game. And we'll do a second campaign. But I will not be doing a second campaign right after this one. I do have some other games I'd like to cover. Plus, we are still playing the CK3 series, which I kind of postponed a little bit. So I was only doing one video a week while we were doing Millennia. And I don't know if that will change or not, because there's another game that I'm planning on covering this week. Some of you may be able to guess what that game is, because a lot of other channels have already been covering it. It's one that's very anticipated. And so we're going to take a look at that game. I don't know how long that series will be, or if we just do one video. I haven't decided yet. But that'll be coming out this week. And so with that and the CK3 series, we'll not be doing another Millennia campaign for now. And then in May, I've got other games I'd like to cover that are releasing as well. So what I'm thinking is it'll be later this year when the DLC releases. And that's when we'll return to the game. Check out all the patches they released since then, as well as the features and mechanics that the DLC adds. So I do hope you guys enjoyed the series. Maybe found it helpful if you're trying to learn the game, or just found it entertaining. I think it was a pretty fun campaign overall. So if you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. If you're looking for anything else to watch, maybe check out that CK3 series or the new campaign that will be starting later this week. I also have a ton of videos that you can find on the front page of my channel. I do play a lot of strategy games, and so if you enjoy this genre, then you should be able to find something that you'd like. I do play a wide variety of different genres though, many of which I do with my wife and co-host here on the channel. We play on the console though, and we play a whole bunch of different types of games, pretty much anything that'll look fun. So like simulators, we do play some strategy games, we play RPGs, management style games. Again, just anything that looks like it'd be fun and maybe people would like to watch a series on. If you're looking for any links, and check out the description of any of my videos. You'll find links to our PayPal, Patreon, and Teespring store if you'd like to help support the channel. You can also become a member here on YouTube. You'll find a link to our Discord if you'd like to join our community. And finally, you'll find links to all of our social media if you'd like to follow us on those. So I do hope to see you guys on another video, and thanks for watching.